tram station and Alex isn't here. Getting the strollers through, the issue where the people can't get on, they can't get through until the tram operator is there to let them through. What do we do in the past, and how did that? Well, we always had somebody at the station, I guess.
Strollers were smaller.
Yeah. So thank you. Is there any way that we can let people there, let that door open? I mean, I'm in a subway station every day that you just open the door if you want to get through, and an alarm goes off, and everybody says there's another alarm, and as long as there's nothing happening. I mean, I don't think we're going to get many fare jumpers doing this. Really.
Fare jumpers don't have to be pushing strollers.
Exactly. Getting people with strollers through instead of having to wait until the tram operator comes over and not only
to get in or to get out?
to get in.
Either, actually.
Or the guy would be there though.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, the
They
difference
can't
is
get on the tram until the tram
No,
goes
but
over.
No, but they can't wait in the heated enclosure.
plus they may be there first, and then a busload comes, and then they're the last ones on and can't get the stroller on, even though they went there
Check,
first.
makes sense.
Okay. So is there some? I wanted to ask Alex.
Alex.
Yeah,
Where you
yeah.
going, Alex?
I guess. A couple of
Take
questions.
off your coat. Have a seat.
The question before you is that when people are coming into the tram and they have a stroller or something, they can't get the door open if there's nobody there or the operator's not available to get strollers or other stuff through. So how can we facilitate that? I guess one question is, can that gate be remotely unlocked? So if the operator has a camera and they can push a intercom button that says, I'm in the stroller, the guy looks at the camera, there's a lady there with a stroller, he can open the gate remotely.
It's not our equipment, it's MTA.
It's empty, yeah, I'm asking, I don't know.
It's MTA equipment, we don't install it, we
Yeah,
don't tamper with
The
it.
question, no, it's the thing, it's the MTA equipment. If the person in the booth sees you, they can buzz you through.
Right.
What I don't know is that if it's since I'm asking, since it is MTA equipment, do we have a buzzer in the booth, or can we have the buzzer activated by?
Here's another thing. Person in the booth sees somebody
They
with a
should
stroller, but he doesn't see if that person with a stroller actually paid for his ride. That's another thing. When attendant there, somebody passing a car, they turnstile, and then
they wave, and then they
and then they go in.
Yeah.
We have another complaints, people complaining that during the rush hours, people with the strollers take a lot of room in a cab.
Yeah.
So, actually, they complain.
No, they do.
No, I'm sure
I've
they
heard
do.
them
I
complain,
don't
but
care
that's
about
tough.
that. What are people supposed to do? To me, that's like somebody with a wheelchair and complaining. The kid can't get up and walk.
Wheelchair and a stroller is two different things.
Why? A person who can't walk.
No, it's the stroller. In theory, hypothetically, the wheelchair is involuntary and the stroller is voluntary. Because you can.
It's only voluntary if the kid's able to walk.
No, because they can carry them and fold up the stroller like they can do at city buses.
Well, so somebody could bring the wheelchair and throw them over the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's logic.
Having dealt with the young children in strollers navigating the city, that's not a viable answer. So the basic problem comes back is that how can we do this?
Without increasing in staff on a tram, I don't know how else we can facilitate that. Increasing in staff, what staffing plan right now we have, that's the price was negotiated with Litna Poma. If we ask Litna Poma, can you get another guy on the board, they basically can ask for more money.
The other alternative is if we had an instruction sign on the wall that says, if you need a stroller, push this button. And then the intercom guy says, "Yeah, can I help you?" And he says, "I'm in a stroller." And they said, "Swipe your card." They swipe their card. So we have a camera that's presenting in the control room, and they then release the door. That's the way we could do it.
Operator who sits in a booth, he's supposed to watch his equipment. If something happened, he should be there. That's the reason he's in the booth.
Who's in the
This
booth?
is when the tram is not running. Excuse me.
No, one tram is running, another tram is not
separate
running.
What booth are we talking about?
The control room.
Control room.
Because right now there's nobody in the Manhattan side, unless the tram is on the station.
No,
That's
yeah,
it.
There's
always someone in
Yeah, there's
Manhattan.
somebody
It's
over
on
there.
the Roosevelt
I
Roosevelt
would
Island
somebody.
Oh,
Manhattan side we have a attendant, And
Okay.
attendant actually, push button and door open and
Okay,
everything
so
else.
on the Roosevelt Island side,
Where there's no tram, we don't have attendant.
but there's someone in the
But
booth,
there's
there's
someone
someone in the
booth
booth
on the Manhattan
upstairs.
side.
Right.
And then on the Manhattan side, they're just looking down, they can just push the button.
From Manhattan side?
No. On the Manhattan side, you have an attendant. On the
Right.
Roosevelt Island side, there's a guy upstairs.
There's
Right.
there's not always a couple.
Not always a guy.
Oh, there's somebody over there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the issue is, can the gate be triggered? Is it technically possible to get the gate triggered from upstairs? Some of them
It is question more to MTA than to us. We can ask them, can we, and I don't know what MTA gonna say.
It's not the turnstiles, we're talking about the gate.
The
Right,
gate.
that's an
Gate
MTA
also
gate.
belongs
That's
to
an
MTA
MTA
too.
That belongs to the MTA, that whole
So
setup.
this is not something
Well,
you have
it's
to
gotta
answer
be
us now.
possible because it's
It's
done
a
in
question.
the
It's a
subway.
question for you to find out. What can we do?
Well, without MTA, we can do anything.
Can you
With
ask the
MTA.
MTA? What can we do?
Maybe it's another thing, they have a card reader right next to the door, if MTA can program that card for,
All over the city, you come to a subway station, and there's a gate, and you push a button to get an operator's attention in a booth somewhere. And the operator pushes a button and that gate opens for you. That's why Margie and Mike say that it's possible. So we're asking, can
Tell
we
them to
do
do it here.
something like that here?
Yeah, so
Preferably
ask them, find out.
yeah.
What can we do, or is it technically possible? Is it politically impossible for them to give us access to open that gate or not? From the
In return for which, we'll let them put up a brick wall.
with MTA, when on an MTA station, you have a MTA property, and here we have MTA
MTA
equipment
staff
on our property, which does make a difference.
Right,
Uh,
but we still have to
It's a
function
buzzer.
just the way, yeah, it's just a buzzer.
So it's, like I said, we're not expecting you to answer on behalf of the MTA here. We're asking you to ask the MTA, what can they do for us? Because we have these handicapped people, we have people with strollers, so we need to get through the gate.
Handicapped people is not the problem. They have a special card. They swipe the card, door open for them, and they roll in.
Why can't we assign those to people with strollers then?
I
No,
don't know
that's
why
handicapped
cars
card.
not sold to.
But I mean, with the
Well,
MTA.
why, if in that case, it's just if the gate can do it, then it's just a programming question. Why can't the gate take any swipe?
No, they're handicap swipes, they're special swipe cards.
Right, this is
Well,
different
that's-
fare.
63rd Street
But-
has, it's a
But
special card.
can't our gate be programmed to take any card? You swipe your card in that thing and that gate opens.
Well, the problem with the station was, if you notice where they put the buzzer, people were, the thing to unlock it, they made it high because people were going through the gate. They were having so many fare jumpers.
Yeah.
People, and if you have a stroller, well, you're going through with your baby in your stroller, and 4 people are gonna walk in back of you. That's why they're so tough with the gate now, is that people were just going through the gate.
Yeah.
Why do you think they put the switch up there?
Yeah, no, we
Not
always
for
had that
us.
problem in the subway. I've seen that problem, but we have to figure out what we can do to accommodate folks.
Tell baby parents that just have to suffer. I don't know, we all survived
I'll
this.
let-
We all survived this for 35
I'll
years.
let you
Suddenly
deliver
it's
that
a
message.
problem.
No, no,
Judy,
no,
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 Judy,
We had the guy in the
we had
booth
our
who let
own
them in.
gate. Yeah.
Judy, you should probably talk less for your own folks'
Yeah.
sake.
I know,
For the last tram design, we had our own gate, and when we pushed a button, the operator would open the gate for you, and you push your stroller through.
Well, there is someone at rush hour there constantly.
Yeah.
Minnie is there almost every morning, like from 7 to 9 or 9:30 during rush hour, when the majority of people are there going through. There's someone there. Public safety is giving people. They've asked
So I guess
public
we have to
safety.
figure out what's the extent of the problem, and what are our possible solutions to accommodate folks with strollers, or just say that we don't have a way to do this for any number of technical reasons or otherwise, and the folks with strollers and have to wait until the tram comes in, and then the operator on the tram can open the gate, assuming they see them swipe their card. But I mean, there's only so many things we can do because it's not our equipment. So we got to figure out what our options are.
Probably ask MTA.
Okay, so you can explore what our options are. If it can't be done, then we just let
And
people
they
know.
do let us open it, right? When the tram operator gets there, he opens the
Sure,
gate. So it's not like they don't let us touch their
No.
equipment. So it's just a question of doing it
Install another device.
Yeah.
We open the gates.
Yeah,
People with the bicycles, they're also getting on the
Right.
tram.
Yeah.
And when operator comes with the tram, he's open the gate, he sees people swipe the card, they turnstile and they open the gate.
And they're in a covered waiting area, so it's not like they were making them wait out in the rain or something, so. They're just not right on the platform.
It's mothers and children.
Yeah, and they wanna get right there so they make sure they're on board and not pushed out because they can't get across, because they're going to school. Okay, so I understand the problem, I just don't know what our options are for solutions.
I think Rick has an option.
Well, I'm told by some of the parents that there are public safety officers there at certain times, and the majority of the public safety officers will open the gates for the strollers, but there are some that won't. So if the message can be sent to the public
Okay.
safety department to do that on a regular
That's
basis.
something we can work
That's
on.
easier.
We
Okay.
actually explored that suggestion. We can't obligate public safety to do that duty.
Wait,
Already.
all right, we can pass policy that they do it. That's, because this is,
And
We
actually,
set the behavioral policies.
when is a rush hour, when we have public safety over there, it's always operator on a platform, because the trams goes
Right.
back and forth, and then at 10 o'clock, public safety leaves, and that's where the problem
well, no, the
actually
question
starts.
is, it's not, you're not pushing the extremes, the issue is if they are there, if they happen to be there, and there's a situation with the stroller, that they should just make sure the person swipes the card and then open the gate for them. That's not something that's difficult, that's polite behavior. So we can work that out as a training matter for, polite behavior, our public safety to the community.
I don't know much about public safety.
That's
Yeah,
not your problem, that's my problem.
Please.
Okay, so don't worry about that.
Actually, what I understand from with the strollers problem is between 10 and 3 when we have a tram running every 15 minutes.
Okay,
That's where there's a problem. In a rush hour is not a problem. First of all, it's less people with the strollers, and we always have one tram coming, one tram leaving. There's always operator on the platform.
so if this is not a
And we
problem,
have plus public safety over there and
Okay.
everything else, so it's
but
not a problem.
wait, hold on. If this is not a problem, as in one scenario, then it wouldn't have been brought here. If it is a problem that during the rush hour periods, or people with strollers, there's usually, as you're saying, there's usually an operator there, so then there's not a problem, they wouldn't be complaining they're hanging on the platform. If there's a situation where there's no operator on the platform because both trams are either in the air or on one side or the other,
Or we're only running one.
or we're only running one, then the question is, if there's nobody there, then maybe we have a technical solution, maybe we don't. That's dependent on the MTA and out of our control. We have a policy answer. If there happens to be a public safety person there, we can direct their behavioral policy, which we're going to be working on more in the future, that it is polite behavior for them to assist. That is, make sure the person swipes the card and they open the gate, because they have the ability to go through there without a problem. Go back and forth. But if the person tries to do it, then it's a problem. So if there's a public safety officer there, we can set those behavioral policies. So that's something that's not your problem, that's our problem to deal with our other executive head. So that's, we'll take that up offline.
I doubt that they can go back and forth. If they are on an outside platform, I don't think they have any device to open a gate.
Public safety does.
I don't think they have.
Let them discuss it.
We will discuss it.
You know,
Okay.
outside of your purview.
Yeah, that one's not your problem. Your problem is to find out from the MTA what our options are.
Okay.
Our problem is to deal with the
Can board
other
members-
issues. Okay.
Slowly.
Yeah, I know.